Alright, let's do a save. And a run through to our death. I believe we've looked everywhere that we can look, yep. I don't think it's saved. Illustrated book episodes. Some game events play out as illustrated book episodes. The decisions you make during these episodes can have a drastic impact on the development of the game's plot. As with dialogues, you will often need to make various skill checks during these episodes. Depending on the circumstances, sometimes you will need to choose one of your party members to perform an action, and sometimes an action will be automatically performed by the character with the highest skill bonus. And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Aleister, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartusha, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori was awaiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As well as we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water, tried to find a less dangerous path, covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. Let's cover ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Aleister led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartusha did nothing useful at all. We'd made it into the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in the calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty, but now, amid the smoke and flames, she looked like a celestial avenger. An armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descended from the highest spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. There are two more, she shouted as she passed by us. They are wounded. Help me pull them out. Tartusha grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Aleister rushed over to save the guards from the fire. Who's got the best? +2. She used to roll a 7. Shouted to Valor that she should leave them and just join us to help Jamandi. Knowing my crew, they would probably go and save the guards. Succeeded at athletics check. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. Thank you, that was truly noble of you, she said, and now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid. Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Gain experience. Nice. Alright, let's do a mash F5, doesn't always work. One of your characters is fatigued. This is just one of the negative conditions that can affect you during the game. To notify you that a character is under the effect of a condition, a symbol will appear near their portrait. To find out more about the character's condition, open their character screen. Takes so for 5 hours. This is real life hours, by the way. Takes a -2 penalty to strength and dexterity, but we can minimize that with in-game time. As in, like, I can take a rest and it'll just clear it. That takes -2 to strength and dexterity. Doing anything that would normally cause fatigue causes that fatigue character to become exhausted. After a complete rest, the fatigue characters are no longer fatigued. Which is fair enough.
Let us be careful.
Cough, cough. I thought I was a goner. If I ever get my hands on the arsonist, thank you, Valerie. I owe you my life. Cool. So yeah, this glowy hand thing I think is us allowing us to cast spells at the same time. It's quite nice because it means we get to cast our, I guess I'll touch spell. We could also probably cast this Ray of Frost at the same time. Don't cast it to your face. Shut up. Silly. Alright, save. Game quick saved. Alright, through the door. Eventually we'll go through that door. Ooh, there's a lot of people. Reformants are already on their way. Say your prayers, scum. Astramandi, go, go, go. Pause. Oh, there's Kayasi? Kalisi?
Our duty calls.
Don't know.
Adventures call to that.
Use this.
Time's wasting.
You can blast this person. You can put light wounds on this person. I'm sure you've got something useful. You can cast a bless spell, and you can just kind of run over and protect everybody. Cast another one. Boom. You can inflict wounds on this one. I think she missed. Oh no, she killed. No, yeah, she died. Did I just get feared? I did. I'm frightened. Oh, Amiri's here. Hello, Amiri. Get back in there, Aleister. Running. Oh nice. Wait, I missed the snake. There was a snake. Whoa.
Everyone counts on me.
Give me all the loot. What if this is the same? Yeah, a large map of Bravoy and its surroundings dotted with numerous cryptic marks and notes. Cool. Good with the... Go and pick up the stuff off of him. Giant axe. Now we're all overweight. Lovely stuff. Amiri's here as well. Inventory.
I can't use this. No, thank you.
I'm gonna steal all your weapons. These are now my weapons. Just for now, anyway. Yeah, I'm stealing your bow. Should probably steal these. Potions are now my potions. Scrolls are now my scrolls. Maybe the armor as well. Belt lantern seems pretty cool. Oh yeah, I can't actually take this off though. So basically, the reason I'm taking their clothes off is for the bit that happens, or the equipment off them, is for what happens after.
The path is clear.
Might be cheesy. I don't know if that's been changed or not. Who's this guy? An unheard of atrocity. Mark my words, we'll find out who's behind it. We walk so slow. Not even departed, and we already won our first battle. Seems like a good omen, right? Dramandi Aldori. Let's go.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Okay.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
I got multiple ways. So it says, after a dramatic pause, Tatsushi points his finger towards you. And then he says, Aleister, show everyone the ring you're wearing. And I can either be like, show my hands, what ring? Because I remember him giving us that ring earlier. What are you talking about? But then we've also got diplomacy, so we can take the ring from our pocket. You mean this ring, the one you gave me? Or we've got a knowledge roll check passed. I have no connections to Pitax, but Tartushia's name, accent and clothing seems like he came straight from there. Which of us looks more like they might be Eroveti's spy? I like that one. Let's go with number 3.
Probably, yes. But this evidence is circumstantial at best.
True.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
Oh, wow.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Look, her eyes are blue now. I swear they were blue earlier. Sorry, they were red in between, but when we first saw her in this hall, they were blue. Or am I wrong?
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together.
Mysterious, eye-changing colors.
After you promised you'd wait.
Indeed.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I
Oh.
saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand.
Oh, lovely.
He's got the eyes of a spy. And the mug of a spy.
And the brain of a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it. And not just that. Upon finding the guards' salaries in the armory, he immediately pocketed it all.
I thought this would happen. Sometimes your character has to make difficult decisions relying on their conscience or lack of thereof. Such decisions impact your character's alignment, gradually shifting your character towards good or evil, lawful or chaotic. Some dialogues feature special options that are available only to characters' certain alignments. So we can go lawful neutral. Diplomacy 15. We weren't trying to take the money, we just wanted to keep it away from the bandits. Or we can go with chaotic neutral. So what if we did? The guards weren't able to handle their responsibilities, so we decided we'd teach them a lesson. I like the second one.
I'll be the judge of how
Oh,
my
we failed
guards
it.
have handled their
No.
responsibilities.
That's XP.
Please
Goodbye.
return the money now.
Goodbye EXP.
Of course, theft is not to be condoned.
We can actually load that,
But
I think,
when
with
the
this button.
fire burns around you and
Or
you
is it
are
this
but
button?
one step away from death, would it not be insane to worry about laws and rules? I see this not as a crime, but as a unique wisdom visiting us as we stood at the face of oblivion.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authority be a leader himself?
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here?
What trick?
He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
So I've got people were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by? Or neutral evil. I wouldn't have saved them without good reason. Dead soldiers are useless, but the wounded could still help us and defend the mansion.
Cruel, but true.
Second one I went with, by the way. I think that's how Alice would act.
It was perfectly reasonable. Just the way a leader should think.
How could you say such a monstrous thing? Is that the way the hero of my book would talk? You sound more like a villain.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who are to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If Tartuccio allows, I would join his team. Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
She doesn't appreciate our willfulness. In a conversation with Jamandi, you described your motives in a way that seemed too chaotic and not credible to Valerie.
And I like our leader. What wisdom lies in minding orders, laws, and rules in the face of oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow? I will go with his team.
Fair enough.
I like how our leader does things. Efficient, and without unnecessary spiritual agonizing. I'll go with him.
Efficient? I'd say heartless. Would the protagonist of my book do such a thing? No. I guess I'd better go with Tartuccio.
Lindsay watched what you revealed in your conversation with Jamandi and got a glimpse of someone who's egotistical and evil. She doesn't like this.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man.
Oh, sick.
As for you, Purple Toad,
Yeah.
wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spine guts from the tree.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Items received: camping supplies and rations ×4. A signed scroll of raised dead.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution.
Guess we shall have to prove our innocence.
While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patax. But you should know that it isn't just Patax you need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans.
Royal House of
I've
Sertova.
managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
Sounds like a time limit. 3-month time limit. House Sertova, the current ruling family of Brevoy, is also the oldest Brevic noble family and the most influential. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Their original holdings are the environs of Port Ice in the northern Isia, on the shores of the Lake of Mists and Veils. The Sertovas are known as careful and cunning diplomats before Coral the Conqueror invaded. The Sertovas were known as pirates and raiders, and the family still has many connections with the pirates and brigands of the region. many of whom are distant relations of the Satova clan. Their family motto is, "Ours is the right."
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restall. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
For victory. Got some quest updates.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
This is a map of the Stolen Lands and their vicinity. To set out, click on one of the arrows near your party token. You can learn the whereabouts of significant locations by talking to characters or happening upon them during your journey. After learning about a location, you must find the way there yourself along the way. So along the way, random encounters await. You may be attacked by monsters, or you may meet new acquaintances. After exiting the location of a random encounter, you will not be able to return there.